Only after 3 years old.
Sorry.
By then they used to do that already.
Sometimes the best places are the ones you weren't looking for. A quiet town in the Alps, cool air, open fields, and time to just be. This is Azumino. What we wanted was simple, a place to breathe, somewhere cooler, quieter, and full of local life. Azumino felt just right, tucked in the Alps, only 3 hours from Tokyo. A soft breeze, white skies, and time that moves gently. So we hopped on a train that carried us from skyscrapers to mountain peaks. But before we arrived, we made a small stop in Matsumoto because...
So we are currently in Matsumoto, and just so happened today is the last day of one of the biggest drum festival in the summer here.
At the end of July, Matsumoto echoes with the heartbeat of Japan. Taiko drums fill the city with rhythm, power, and spirit. And we couldn't help but feel deeply moved by the whole experience. From Matsumoto, a short 30-minute ride took us to Azumino. There, temples and shrines sit gently among the trees, holding years of wishes and whispered prayers. But what drew us in most was something flowing, living, a field of clear, cold spring water, growing one of Japan's quiet treasures.
This is wasabi! It looks like it's very hard to pull out from the soil, but not bad. Look at this, super cute.
You might wonder why this wasabi looks so different from what you usually see. That's because before it reaches the table, it goes through several steps, washed, trimmed, and carefully prepared by hand. At first, we thought the wasabi was enormous, but after watching the process and seeing what's left, we finally understood why you don't often find it in the market.
Wasabi!
The good news is Azumino is home to the largest wasabi farm in Japan. Here, not only can you try your hand at harvesting, but also taste wasabi at its best. Wasabi butter with beef steak? Absolutely! Wasabi ice cream? Fresh from the farm. It's wasabi like you've never had before. At Karasugawa Valley, the water runs clear and cold. Families waited by the river, kids searched for tiny creatures, and summer felt simple again. Another specialty of Azumino is soba, and we had the chance to make it from scratch. It was a bit challenging but surprisingly calming. As we focused on shaping each strand, our thoughts slowed, our breath softened. What started as just flour and water became something real and beautiful. Later that evening, we stepped into the living room where dinner had already begun. Grilled river fish crackling over the irori, sashimi plated like a still life, and seasonal dishes arranged with care and intention. It felt less like a meal and more like being gently welcomed in. City girls like us, mornings usually start when the sun's already up and coffee's brewing. But today, we set the alarms early because here in Azumino, there's corn to harvest, and trust me, it's worth it.
This is the corn that we just harvested. Not even cooked yet. So, it's not like the kind that you boil already that it becomes a bit soft, right? This one is very crunchy.
It's really very sweet, and I can literally eat this any day. It's so good.
I want to be a corn farmer now.
But if you think coming to the countryside is all about peaceful views and farming, think again. We swapped cornfields for canyon walls, and suddenly we found ourselves in wetsuits, wondering what we'd just signed up for. The water was cold, but we made it in. The rocks were slippery, the path was wild, and Tracy was already questioning all her life choices. But somehow, we had a blast. The kind of fun that's slightly painful, but totally worth it. And then, we jumped. Off a cliff. Did we scream? Obviously. Was it satisfying? Absolutely. We came to Azumino for cooler weather, fresh air, and maybe a few wasabi snacks. We left with full hearts and more memories than we planned for. Will we do it all again? In a heartbeat.
Hey, you seem cute by